Hey everybody, there are hardy hibiscus blooming all over the place here at Netta's, and it's especially exciting because normally we don't see these flowers until sometimes the second week of August up here. And they're early and we are welcoming them because they're absolutely beautiful. They're huge flowers. Like this one behind me is the Summerific Berry Awesome, and it's a kind of a newish color, and it's got kind of a lavender undertone. So instead of being really pink or really red, it's got more of a mauve kind of feel, which has both a vintage and a modern feel at the same time. It's really unusual color, and it's great to see. And we're really excited that they're blooming now because next Monday starts Summerific Week, and that's a little program hosted by Proven Winners and Walter's Gardens. These are two companies with connections to Michigan, and they host this Summerific Week. They encourage people to post photos on either Instagram, Facebook, all their social media with the hashtag Summerific Week, and they have prizes and things like that. You can, I'll put a link to more about that. So if you have one of these types of hibiscus, go ahead and take some pictures and post them because, hey, you could be in it for some prizes. Some of them are pretty nice. And these plants are so beautiful. I was talking to a woman today and she said, you know what, nobody up here really knows about these. And I think because they haven't been a plant that have been readily available, but we're starting to see more and more of them. And what's really great is they're coming out with new colors all the time. So the interest in them is really high, and they're absolutely stunning. Pretty darn easy to grow. I mean, we really haven't done much with these except, they were trimmed in the spring, and that was it. Like, we just let them grow, we give them some food, and we keep them watered. That's it. And they're even easier when they're in the ground because you don't have to worry about them in the pots. We're watering them a lot more because, well, we've had 90-degree temperatures, so that's been kind of crazy. Anyway, I'm going on and on. I should be showing you more of these fantastic hibiscus. So I'm going to give you a closer look at some of the ones that are in bloom right now. We have a lot of other colors, but not all of them are blooming right now. So let's go and take a closer look. Here's that Summerific Berry Awesome. So you can see all these are upcoming blooms. That one there is probably going to be one of tomorrow's blooms. That one will, a little higher, is going to be either tomorrow or the next day. This was today's bloom. And these blooms have been lasting a little bit longer than a day. They're just stunning though. Here's another one just getting ready to open. We've got a lot of them. And just take a look at that color. I don't know if the camera is really doing it justice, but it's got just a nice rich, it's a little richer color than some of the pinks. It's not that bright kind of shocking pink. Oh gosh, here's another variety. This isn't one of the Summerifics, but it's going to be a pretty one. Anyway, coming on down here, so we have some of the, I think this is Cranberry Crush. These are getting ready to open. You can see how they just kind of start unfurling. So they start out kind of with that nice kind of rosette style thing, and then it just opens wide. I think there's some of those over here. Oh, here's one. Here's a Candy Crush. So that's a pinkish one. That's really nice with a dark center. Looks like we had some of those that were open today, but they've since finished up. Oh, here's a Candy Crush. The color on that, it's such a nice, rich, velvety red on that. Absolutely love it. Got some more over here. Oh, love showing you guys this stuff because these are just stunning plants. Oh, gotta love them. So anyway, I'm gonna kind of take you down. We have got some more stuck in some other places. Oh, and here is the lobelia. That started blooming, and the hummingbirds have been just going crazy for it. They've been all over it all week. I'm surprised I don't have hummingbirds on it right now. Anyway, we're gonna slip down here. Sorry, gonna give you on a little tour. Some of the hydrangeas. Oh, we emptied out a couple spots. There's some empty spots there. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get into some of these hydrangeas right now, but they're looking so beautiful. We did put a couple of the hibiscus kind of in with these hydrangeas just because the red and white just seemed very posing, wouldn't you say? So we do have a lot of the hydrangeas moved inside right now just for display so people can really enjoy them and have a look at them. Even more over here. And then the caladiums are doing great too. Can't believe how big those are, and those make great houseplants. Sorry, now let's get back to where we're supposed to be. So here, let me turn off the fan real quick. There we go. So there is another Berry Awesome. Here's the Candy Crush. Look at the colors on that. And then we've got more of those, I think that's more the, is it Cranberry Crush? And then we've got more down here. So we're gonna go past some more of the hydrangeas, more hydrangeas, more hydrangeas. Sorry, this whole area is really lots of hydrangeas right now. That's what we're switching out to. Oh, and there's lots of birds in here today. they're having a good time. So more of the berry awesome. It seems like every couple of days a different color opens. So that's been kind of fun. So there's a berry awesome next to some of the cranberry crush. So, and there's still probably 10 more colors that haven't opened yet. But look at, they're all getting ready to really show us what they're made of. Look at how many flowers on there. And that's one thing that's interesting about the Proven Winners varieties, that you do end up getting more of the buds kind of all the way down the branch. So it's not just at the very top. So you can see there's going to be buds up here, but then there's buds coming kind of at different points on the way down, which means you get lots and lots of flowers. And the more flowers or more buds you have, the more flowers you have, the more color. And look at the size of these things. I mean, they do get up to 5 feet. These are getting, what is that? Probably 3.5 to 4 feet in their nursery cans. So they're going to be really happy once they get in the yard, and you're going to see more branches next year. So every year you're going to get more and more. They get to become quite a large, kind of almost shrub-like, but they do die back every single winter. So look at all the upcoming. I think this one's probably going to be a beautiful flower tomorrow. So is this one. Oh, it's so exciting. So I'm here towards the end of the driveway along the avenue of hydrangeas, and I have a little surprise for you. I had planted some of the hardy hibiscus into grow bags, and then I took 2 of the grow bags and planted them just in the driveway just to see how they do. And I think this gives you a really good sense of how these plants look out in the landscape. Remember, this was just planted this year, so it's not very old, and you can see we've got these here in full bloom. We have these that are just kind of finishing up. And then we have these that are going to be blooming tomorrow. And then there's loads of other ones that are kind of coming down the pike. And you can just see we're going to be loaded with blooms for quite a while yet. And then there's lots of spent blooms down below as well. So absolutely beautiful. And it's especially nice looking when I see it next to this Quickfire Fab hydrangea. This is that hydrangea that's just been really catching my attention because it bloomed really early. It's covered in flowers, and this is something that was just planted last year. So this is basically, you know, if you bought one this year, this is what it would probably look like next year, because we did overwinter this right here in this spot in this grow bag. So that's pretty crazy. Also over here, have one of the Holy Grail hardy hibiscus, the Summerific, and you can see how dark those leaves are. When it was in the greenhouse, it didn't get enough UV light, so the leaves stayed pretty green, but then it starts turning really red. And this one hasn't bloomed yet, but this one has a really rich red flower as well. I'm looking forward to seeing all of your hardy hibiscus photos. Remember to use the hashtag Summerific to help me and everybody else find all those great photos of the Summerific hardy hibiscus, because they are spectacular and now is the time to enjoy them. So I'll be on the lookout for those.